Ticker symbol O or Realty Income is still down around 20% over the last 1 year time frame. And with Realty Income trading in the mid-50s as of right now filming this video, I still think Realty Income could be a great buy and hold opportunity for long-term dividend growth investors out there. Now in this video, I'm going to go over 3 very specific reasons on why I think Realty Income could be an awesome buying opportunity as of right now, while it is still trading in this range. So if you're currently a shareholder of ticker symbol O Realty Income or have been planning to become one, make sure to stick around listening to these 3 reasons because you are not going to want to miss a thing. I just finished my brand new dividend investing ebook where I share exactly how I went from 0 to now over 7 figures invested, and also on how I earned more than $6,000 per month in dividends. I also finished my custom dividend tracker that you can use to track your dividend income progress on an ongoing basis. So make sure to grab yourself a copy of my dividend investing ebook and the new dividend tracker today. It's the first link in my description. So before we go over the 3 reasons on why I think Realty Income is still a great buying opportunity as of right now where it's trading, I quickly have to show off all my hard work for a second. I currently across all my long-term portfolios own around 2,800 plus shares of Realty Income as of filming this video. And over the next few weeks, if Realty Income continues to trade where it is as of currently, I'm going to keep loading up, making my total inch closer and closer to 2,900 shares. Now with these over 2,800 shares of Realty Income, I earn around $700 to $800 on a monthly basis, just from my Realty Income dividend alone. But more importantly, the first reason on why I think Realty Income is an amazing buying opportunity where it's trading right now in the mid-50s. With Realty Income dipping down and trading where it is as of current, it's offering a 5.6 forward starting dividend yield. Now, a lot of investors over the last few years have been saying, well, even if Realty Income's offering, say, a 4.5, a 5.5, or even a 6% and above starting dividend yield, a lot of investors have pointed out that you can pretty much earn that same exact yield with little to no risk by investing into something like bonds. But my instant reaction to that statement is that, of course, I think a small portion of the portfolio buying bonds or those things of some sort, I think it's a great idea. But when it comes to buying shares of Realty Income as it's sitting right now, getting a 5.6% starting forward dividend yield with a consistent track record history of Realty Income raising their dividends year after year after year. Now, what this basically means in my point is that even if right now, let's say you buy a share of Realty Income, you're going to earn a dividend of around 5.6% yield on a yearly basis. But if Realty Income raises their dividend, let's say next quarter, and then the quarter after that, in just a few quarters from now, you could easily be earning, say, a 5.7% forward dividend yield, or even a 5.8. And at least historically speaking, it will not be long until your yield on cost for Realty Income could be well above a 6% dividend yield, which means you're going to earn 6% every single year. And this is, of course, just dividends, not even the potential price return that Realty Income has to offer. So for that simple reason, for me personally as a long-term investor, don't get me wrong, if you're trying to buy in and out of Realty Income and not really looking to hold on to it for all that long, then maybe it's not the perfect investment for you, and maybe locking in that starting 5.6% yield is not necessarily as important. But for me specifically, as a long-term investor that's currently 31 years old and that wants to buy a Realty Income today to hold on to it for next year, the year after that, and keep holding Realty Income, hopefully, possibly even forever. A starting yield of around 5.6% because of the way that Realty Income is trading currently is offering, in my opinion, a great entry opportunity to get a nice yield on cost, which is going to grow consistently, at least if history was to keep repeating itself. Now, the next reason I think Realty Income is offering a potential great entry buying opportunity for long-term investors is the fact that the Federal Reserve is supposed to be cutting interest rates pretty significantly, at least relatively speaking, over the next, say, 12 or so months. Now this right here is the Fed rate monitoring tool. You can see the probability throughout all the different up and coming Fed meetings, and it shows exactly where the market's sort of pricing in the probability of interest rates being cut, raised, or of course the potential to stay the same. Now throughout the next several meetings, you can see that over time at least, the probability is trending down greatly, pricing in that there are going to be at least a few interest rate cuts over the next, say, 12 or so months. Now again, this brings me back into what I said a little bit earlier. If you are, say, looking into buying Realty Income for more of a short-term swing trade or maybe even a day trade, this is not really going to apply to you. But for someone like me that's looking to hold Realty Income for a minimum 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, etc., by December of this year, we see that there's a good probability that interest rates could be sitting around 4% more or less. Now, I guess that's only about 1.5% away from where interest rates are as of currently, but keep in mind, Realty Income, REITs, real estate investment trusts, they really do depend on cheap debt to keep expanding the business, which Realty Income has been doing significantly. So if and when interest rates get cut, which again, the probability is showing that throughout sometime this year, interest rates are going to start to get cut. Now, side note, of course, there could be some crazy black swan event which causes interest rates to not get cut or to get cut faster. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I can't tell the future. But at least so far, the probability is that there's going to be several interest rate cuts over the next 12 months, which is really going to relieve some pressure from the real estate investment trust, and which is going to allow Realty Income to continue to raise money for a little bit cheaper at least, and continue to play on the offense. Now, the last reason I think Realty Income is a great buy and hold opportunity as of right now, and this is a reason that honestly for myself as a longer term investor, I don't even think about this all that often, but Realty Income does have the potential to return a massive amount of price return over the next several years. Now, looking back February of 2020, Realty Income, believe it or not, was trading at almost $80 per share. And as I showed you earlier, I do own almost 2,900 shares of Realty Income. And believe it or not, some of my earlier shares of Realty Income that I bought several years ago were purchased in the $70 range. Now, over time, I've been lucky enough to be able to average down to get my cost basis down pretty low when it comes to Realty Income, at least as far as an average goes. But Realty Income, in my opinion, and again, I can't tell the future, I don't know what's going to happen, but Realty Income has a good chance, in my opinion, with interest rates cutting and with the risk on being placed back on real estate across the board. I think Realty Income has a chance to rally over the next, say, 12 or 18 months very significantly. Now, for me, this isn't really going to matter too much because, again, I'm not looking to sell my shares of Realty Income, at least not as of right now, although I definitely do sell cover calls across some of my shares to earn some premium and some extra money, side notes. But with Realty Income trading where it is currently in the mid-50s, I think there definitely is potential for Realty Income to rally like crazy, and not only for investors to lock in a nice, decent starting dividend yield, but also, like I said, to seek some massive price return on top of that. Now, lastly, for those that are maybe still doubting Realty Income, let's just all take a quick trip down memory lane and look at Realty Income's performance over the last, say, 29 years or so. So since around 1995, Realty Income started trading at around $8.18 per share. Now, a $10,000 investment initially in Realty Income, with dividends reinvested a long history, would have turned into $389,000 after 30 years invested, or on a total return basis, almost 3,800%, which averages out around 13.42% per year. Now, a lot of Realty Income haters have been pointing out that Realty Income has done nothing over the last, say, 3 or 5 years. It's pretty much traded sideways. Yeah, they paid a dividend every month, but what's the dividend matter if the actual share price is dipping down? But again, for longer term investors, Realty Income has performed very well, and we have the numbers right here to prove it. So there's the 3 reasons on why I think Realty Income is a potential buy and hold opportunity as of right now where it's trading, and exactly why I'm going to be loading up on Realty Income like I have been over the next few weeks. But when it comes to Realty Income, ticker symbol below, I want to hear from you guys down below. Are you currently holding any shares of Realty Income across your long-term portfolios? And if so, how many shares do you have as of right now? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.